This is Past the Rock.
But yeah, we did get a mostly surprise Tyler the Creator album drop. He kind of told us on Friday, "Hey, this is coming out Monday." I believe was the sequence of events, which I'll take that all day over. My album comes out in 8 months, and then all of a sudden it's 2.5 years later, and I still don't have it.
Where's Detox at, Dre?
We don't want that.
No, we already got it technically.
But yeah, so we got "Don't Tap the Glass," which is I think a 28-minute. They're calling it an LP. It probably should be an EP, but
it's 100% EP.
I think it is an LP. Yeah, I think it because it is more tracks than you would expect for that short of a. The tracks are meant to be mixed into dance. Mixes.
Absolutely, it does definitely flow like one long party mix.
Yeah, for the most part, I guess there is a lot of those Tyler the Creator moments where he kind of takes it away from that complete party vibe to me, but
the whole time the background or like the fades in and out of the dancey music isn't ever too long.
It's one. Yeah, it's one or two songs mostly.
Because it's so short, I think I've listened to it 5 times already.
Oh wow!
Only listened to it twice.
I mean, most of my day at work, I can just be listening to something. So
no, that's very fair. I did it after going through a bunch of Ozzy stuff, so it was a weird transition, but I did enjoy it because it does sound a lot like what Tyler has already done and what Pharrell's already done, who I think is on most of the album, if not the whole thing. Big Poe, I think that's really funny. I don't know if I love that song a lot, but I think it's probably one of the funnier songs I've heard in a while. Sugar on My Tongue might be the most Pharrell song that's ever Pharrelled.
I think Happy hit that perfectly, but you're right.
No, Happy's his best song ever. I think
it's also.
Hold on. I'm gonna need you to pause right there. When you say his best song, are we talking commercially, or what do you mean by that?
No, I think with all due respect, and I know that people want to.
Because it's just if you're happy and you know how to clap your hands.
Exactly. That is why I think it's the best thing that motherfucker ever created, because it's so simple, but it's so effective and perfect.
It's almost a perfect song. Yeah.
It's like,
I just wanted you to elaborate.
I don't think people give Happy enough credit.
I think if you make a song that becomes a staple at every wedding, that's a bar that
and just out of nowhere, and it's like one of those songs that's so simple that you're like, how the fuck did no one make this for 50 years of popular recording music?
I want to go a little bit into Happy, because here's the thing. I remember when the song came out, and then when the song got big, because it did not happen instantaneously. I think a lot of people forget.
Did they put it?
What people forget is it was part of Despicable Me. I believe it was part of Despicable Me
great
too.
Marketing.
So that song plays, and that movie goes, and then there's a little bit of a lull where, like, it's just associated with the movie. The lull happens, and then they push it out onto radio when radio is still kind of alive. This is right, like, in between radio and the streaming era, and then it took off. Yeah. It absolutely took off after that, but it wasn't an instant hit. I just want people to remember that, because I remember that vividly.
Yeah.
And then we got Random Access Memories, like, not too long after, where he had his fingerprints all over.
And I think that's probably maybe another argument for some of his best work. But Sucker Free, I thought, was an interesting song here because it had a little discourse started on the internet.
Wait, what?
Wait, what are you referring to? Talking about DJ Quick, Dr. Dre drama, old head drama?
Shit, sorry, one sec.
All right.
This might be loud.
Well, I was talking about old head drama because Sucker Free, I believe, starts with Tyler the Creator saying something about this is what you drive down PCH listening to the Pacific Coast Highway.
I got the lyrics right here, baby. I got that East Side Hawthorne right down El Segundo to PCH shit. Put your top down, son, beaming for real.
Yeah, so that one's fun because the song definitely sounds like an homage to DJ Quick, whether he meant it or not. Eventually, someone said that on the internet. DJ Quick goes, or someone goes, people were noticing that. DJ Quick goes, or somebody said, DJ Quick is who people think Dr. Dre is. And then DJ Quick responded to this, and that part kind of went viral where DJ Quick was like, of course. This is no secret. I think if you kind of dwell in this atmosphere, I just thought it was fun to see the discourse sowed again Dr. Dre is not to completely take away or jump on the cancel train, because Dr. Dre is kind of a shithead too. But DJ Quick is the sound. Like Quick, that's kind of a pun, because there's a lot of Quick is the sound if you listen to stuff. But anyway, DJ Quick is a hell of an artist. I think if you ever were to produce music, I would think DJ Quick has got to be one of those like influential people on your life if you're going to make great stuff. Lyrically, he was never going to make the mainstream because he loves to say things about like pussy farting and stuff like that. Like he's very vulgar. Like DJ Quick and the boy, and like they're always pretty freaking vulgar songs, but incredible instrumentals. Very LA, very, very of the sound, and definitely like Tyler describes, it's like driving up PCH with it. Maybe not in the modern world, 'cause, modern kids don't listen to that shit as much, but I'm sure back in the day.
Shaq's Straight Plan featuring Peter Guns.
DJ Quick. Yeah. I would say Quick also. Yeah. Quick's hits are like, they're there, but again, like a lot of times they're just super profane. So the top end of the pop, like they sound like pop hits, but they're so profane at a time where hip hop was really being judged hard for profanity. Which is funny. He did a Shaq one because Shaq wouldn't let people cuss. Ring, 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 I think, is another song on this album that if you had to describe Tyler, the Creator's like signature sound, I think that song is pretty much, that's it. I would just point to that song.
You mean his signature sound post Wolf?
Yeah, which I think at this point is the majority of the career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think yeah, officially now it's past, yeah. Because you had Bastard, whatever that first album, you had Bastard, his first album, which his name is escaping me.
Goblin.
I don't know why. Goblin, that's right. And then Wolf. And then there's that, and then I guess Cherry Bomb is that weird divide where it's like
Cherry Bomb's where you get the start of this.
You get the start of this next run of his career.
2015.
2015, yeah.
I would include Cherry Bomb because Fucking Perfect Too Young is the sound. It's just that song didn't do well because lyrically it was an interesting thing lyrically to pop that out as a pop song, which I think with different, again, like DJ Quick, with different lyrics, that song probably is a #1 hit in America.
I would say it goes a little bit before that one. I would say Tree Home 95 is what would end up being the evolutionary change, to that more softer sound where it's like a real focus on chord progressions and what we know what he does now. I think it started there,
Layers.
and then you got a little bit more of it on. You got a little more of it on Cherry Bomb, and then Flower Boy was just there. You go.
I still think the overlining theme of his music is I'm going to say what I want to say kind of thing, or I'm going to say outlandish, shocking things sometimes. There's plenty of lyrics here that are both funny, maybe problematic if you're really uptight, and
I mean, yeah,
hilarious.
You can't listen to any kind of popular hip hop if you're.
Yeah, but this one I definitely think it's because it's also talking about like
Lecrae, and
he's celebrating his
DC
sexuality more in these lyrics than most hip hop, right? So I think that's obviously not going to sell well with portions of hip hop fans.
That's fine. He cuts a different. He's definitely a different market than a lot of the old head market is being served so well right now. There's no reason to try to dip into it. You know what I mean? Nope. And he fits so much more into what's popular mainstream hip hop still. So I guess my main or the last takeaway is I'm sure a couple times a year I'll run this through. But it's probably not going to be one I'm going to immediately search out. I still think Call Me If You Get Lost is the one that grabs me the most currently. But I don't think this is in any way bad.
For me, I would say I like this one better than Chromacopia. I think the runtime has something to do with it. I think that it's a little bit more upbeat. And it just feels like the start of another direction of Tyler's career where he might just stop. I want to say stop being experimental with hip hop sound, but he might be experiment with taking his version of hip hop into a more dance oriented, lane, which I don't mind him trying to do that. For me, though, Igor is by far and away his best project.
That's fair.
Nice.
All right.
Call Me If You Get Lost, though. That one's good. That's real.
I don't think we don't have to get into that last bit. I think we've hit enough time here.
On the music. What's the last bit?
The last bit. Yes, hey, we're about to get aliens out of this, so don't worry. The Epstein thing is worth it. Nathan Fielder was right about Paramount Plus. Shout out to the boys for catching a bag and making mediocre South Park content for them. And then the whitest meme that's ever happened at a Coldplay concert, and I'm so happy that happened.
One of the reasons I don't want to talk about that is because Josh Johnson, who is getting his first week on Daily Show actually this week of being in the big boy chair, but he put out his weekly stand up on that. And it's just too good, and
nice.
There's no way I'd ever top it. So
beautiful. Then go watch that, people.
Yeah, it's great. If you've never seen Josh Johnson is maybe the funniest man in America, I would say right now.
Former NFL quarterback?
No. Daily Show correspondent and now part-time host. Killing just a couple more seconds here. The new Raekwon album's pretty cool. Check it out. If you're into old school hip hop, you will like that.
Supreme Clientele 2 coming out soon. Who knows?
This is Past the Rest.